Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The Blazers offense making their way on the field to open this game. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year 2023.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab behind the line, it's Jefferson. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the Blazers will line up on 1st and 10. Caught quickly. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. The Blazers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
And the Blazers pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's up.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Blazers. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And they tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
He's running out of time here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Now it's 2nd down here.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking for his big tight end. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. when he's got some space here. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. Well, that... game. Very effective, moving them right down the field. The defense make adjustments. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got him. He's sacked.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
With the sack on first down, it's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. Third down play for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. And the Blazers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And the single back takes the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's one. That's where the drive will start. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Just trucks through the defender. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Looks right for a quick completion. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Runs right over the defender. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Dropping back, it's Keene. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Receiver steps out just short of the goal line. Set up now at the 2-yard line. Can they score here on a third down play? Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on third and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. Quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The Blazers offense retakes the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play with this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So the safety will set up a free kick. They'll boot it away from their 20. No fair catch. They're going to make a return here. And after a very solid kick return, they'll tackle him at the 36. And now the first play of this drive, they'll begin at the 36. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And the back gets the football. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The game makes it second and medium. Back to pass. It's Keene. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. This Northwestern offense is quickly moving down the field. Makes a quick grab. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10. Northwestern getting set with a first and 10 coming up. It's a run. Running back's got it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. With the continuity, this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The UAB offense is back out on the field now. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. The Blazers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. It's third down after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quick throw to the left. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Big play to enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Play action here on first down. Looking for the wide out. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Touchdown, Blazers. Strong game by this quarterback. Here comes the point after attempt.
That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it, and they come up with that touchdown.
Well, Kirk, UAB has the lead here, and the first quarter is in the book. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Escapes the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. That's a... So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Pressure is coming. And it's the senior getting home with the... On this drive, they converted twice on third down. They need 6 yards here. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. On third down, he drops to throw. And he decides to just throw it away. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. To throw, it's Keene. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Third down, out of the shotgun. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Well, Kirk, UAB has the lead here. As we reach the end. Time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
I think that was a cover. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
That punch sails out of bounds. There'll be no return this time. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really... play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass. It's Keene. He's got it for a big gain. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield with a 48.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They're going to run it. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up, the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Catch made on the right side. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker, a collision of big bodies there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Out of the gun now on third down. That ball snagged for a completion. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw it from the red zone. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And this one is right through. And with that, they regain the lead.
Well, you talking about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the fourth.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down. And the Blazers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. A handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. This offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They call the counter play here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Same tailback, another carry. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. Offense in hurry-up mode. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Jefferson. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. No huddle here for the offense. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Blazers looking to cash in this red zone trip. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down. The Blazers will come to the line and crank up the tempo. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. This one is incomplete right in the back corner of the end zone. So here it is, a pressure moment. The field goal team on the field, a lot riding on this kick. The field goal is good. And they've regained the lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the wideout goes in motion. Back to pass. It's Keene. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Finds his target. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking to scramble now. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. That one hurts. Smacks him up 10 yards. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here.
Boy, there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
Blazers offense retakes the field now. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up for the sack at a crucial moment. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a...
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Catch made by the tight end. No, he didn't make it. He did not get there. What a huge play by this defense late in this tight game. Rush set it down to the offense. 1st down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the Sauk were able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the win streak continues for this team. Good job, Kirk, bouncing back. They're just getting stronger and stronger now.
You've seen their stock start to really rise, and these players seem to be buying in. Credit to the coaching staff for leading this streak and keeping this team together after that loss a few weeks back. You can tell this team is bought all the way in.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.